As you all probably know, before this current patch, Azwel was totally broken. A lot of matches usually looked something like this. And you're dead. But Azwel did get hit really hard in this balance patch, so we're going to be going over his nerfs and how to take advantage of them. First up, Azwel's backstep and front step have been nerfed from ludicrous down to just really good. Looking at the before and current here, you might not see a huge difference, but it does matter in match. One nerf we were definitely asking for was for Azwel's 6AA, either to no longer jail on block, or for it to be worse frames on block, and we got the second one. It used to be +2 on block, and they nerfed it all the way down to +0, so it's kind of still way too good in my opinion, but he is in axe mode, so his fastest move is 14 frames, meaning that you could kind of look at it as if it's -2 on block, which is still kind of too good, but it is what it is. His fastest move being 14 frames means that any of your 12 frame options will be faster than anything he can do. He's going to have to sidestep or guard impact or reversal edge on a read of you pressing a button here, so it is kind of your advantage. Keep in mind that everything I've said is for a non-soul charged Azwel. In soul charge, his fastest move is going to be 10 frames, not 14, so it kind of goes from being as if it's -2 on block to +2 on block all over again. 1A got a hitbox fix so that it doesn't whiff at close range anymore. It also got nerfed to -12 on block, so any of your 12 frame while rising options are going to punish this as long as you're in range, or any of your moves that start with a 4 or a 6 in them. It does however seem that at tip range, 1A is still safe on block. Azwel's 6B series got nerfed in several ways. The 6B by itself has much worse tracking, and it also now has 0 pushback on block, to the point where the axe will literally go through you if you're standing at close range. 6BB caught a pretty substantial nerf to its block frames. It used to be +4 while forcing crouch, and now it's +0 while forcing crouch. Once again, Azwel is in axe mode afterwards, so his fastest move is 14 frames. When not in soul charged, of course. Azwel has to make this very awkward for me. As the character with the best reversal edge range in the game, Azwel definitely isn't the best character to show this, but Azwel's 6BA now pushes out a lot less when it's being reversal edged, meaning that anyone can use this as an option against 6BA. Doing this looks really cool, and it also builds half a meter all by itself. It's worth mentioning that reversal edge can now be used to option select the 6B follow-ups. You will successfully parry either options, and Azwel cannot step the reversal edge attack after either of them. Obviously, Azwel does have the option to just do 6B, in which case he will be able to step your reversal edge and launch you, but it's an option to keep in mind. It's also worth mentioning that now 6BB is much less scary to block. Just blocking after Azwel's 6B by itself isn't that bad. His 6BA is minus on block and leaves him in spear mode, where his fastest move is 18 frames, meaning that you can really bully him after blocking this string. Azwel does have his spear weapon art, which is an auto GI, but this loses to fast horizontals, at least high horizontals, as well as relatively slow chunky mids between 18 and 20 frames. For instance, with Azwel, I can 3B after this, it beats his fastest moves and beats the auto GI. And where he's in spear mode, he can't even punish this on block. If you do block the spear weapon art auto GI move that you see here, keep in mind that it is more than -20 on block, so you can launch punish it for sure. Full crouch 1B now has much less tracking. The A+B cancel was slowed down, as well as his ability to do an A+B cancel into a move afterwards. Here is a couple of examples of how it looks now, and this is what it looked like before. What can you even say about that? The non-Soul Charge version of the Beyblade, or for the human race, is now -12 on block with very, very little pushback. You're going to find it hard to put yourself in a position where you can't punish this on block now, so make sure to take your 12 frame punishment. And while the Soul Charge version is still as bonkers as it was before, it does now take about 20% of his meter, his Soul Charge meter, when he uses the move. The sword weapon art now almost always jails on block, and it is -16, so consistently punish this. Beauty of Balance AAA is now +8 on block rather than +10, and it also is much less useful as a combo tool. Last but certainly not least is the fact that the Axe Low weapon art is now -24 on block rather than -20. If you're one of those characters like Azwel who has a favourable punish at 22 or 24 frames, you're going to be very happy about this. It does essentially make it so that every member of the cast can get a substantial punish for blocking this low. And there you have it, that's the list of Azwel's nerfs for this most recent patch. Personally, I think it's likely that Azwel is still going to be a very strong character, potentially maybe even still top 5, but he's definitely much more manageable than the boss character he was before. Please remember to optimally punish the Axe Low, start punishing the Beyblade, or for the human race, take your turn after 6AA and 6BB on block, deal with the 6B series better in general. I was originally just going to do one big video on all of the big nerfs for this patch, but Azwel had so many of them that he deserved his own video. If you enjoyed this and will be looking forward to the video where I go after the rest of the big nerfs for this patch, please like, comment and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you all very soon.